Hi, everyone. I'm Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, and welcome to Old School All-22, a look back at a famous Eagles moment as viewed through the eyes of 22 players, all 22 on the field. And here's one guy whose view I always appreciate. It's our color analyst and my good friend, Michael Anthony Quick. Mike, this was a game, Eagles at Dallas, and I will never forget this one.
Big game, and James Willis came up huge in this game. An interception late in the game. He laterals it back to Troy Vincent, and I'm sure you remember that play. Let's take a look at this big play. It's a James Willis interception. Troy Vincent returned for a touchdown. With 48 seconds to go in the game, the Eagles ahead by a score of 24-21. Troy Aikman and the Cowboys were sitting on the 3-yard line with the ability to take the lead and steal the Eagles' thunder. Aikman takes the snap. He drops back, looks to his right, hoping to draw the Eagles in that direction. But he knows he has a tight end leaking back to the left against the floor of the defense, where he should be wide open in the back of the end zone. But look at linebacker James Willis, who immediately sniffs the play out and disrupts the timing of the play. Pressure off the edge forces the ball out of Aikman's hand, and Willis steps in front of the pass for the interception. Now at this moment, the game is pretty much over. But for the cherry on top, Willis laterals to Troy Vincent, who follows a wall of blockers back the other way for what went down in the books as a 90-yard interception returned for a touchdown.
I will never forget that game because you had the feeling the Eagles were going to lose. Troy Aikman took the Cowboys down. They were inside the 5-yard line. It was all but over. Now, we are at the old Cowboy Stadium, old Texas Stadium, and we are sitting way up. I mean, we are so high that our noses are bleeding. And you're looking down, and our producer is Joe McPeak, and my spotter at the time was Derek Boyko, who's the current Eagles Public Relations Director. I look into the end zone, and I see an Eagle raise his arms and come down with the ball. But from our vantage point, he is completely covered by Cowboys. I cannot see who it is. So I yell, interception, interception, and I'm biding my time. The Eagles have the football out to the 5, the 10, the 15. And I look over at my spotter, Derek Boyko, hoping that he has the binoculars down to identify the player. And as I do, I see that Joe McPeak was so overcome that he had tackled Derek Boyko, and the two of them are on the floor. Now I look back, and I see number 23, and I say, interception, Troy Vincent, and I took it all the way down. It wasn't until we came back from the break that I realized it was actually James Willis who came up with the interception, and that I feel like a jerk.
I'm always making things right and cleaning it up in the booth.
Mike, that was such a big win because the Eagles had been dominated by the Cowboys. They had lost 9 of the last 10 to the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Cowboys had the big 3 during that era, and they really owned the Eagles, and that was such a huge win. That's why McPeak tackled Boyko, and that's why all the green in the stadium erupted that day when that interception occurred.